Peace community, welcome to Esoteric Sessions. If you are new, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. Gratitude for each of you tuning in and joining me on this esoteric journey. Today is Sunday, or shall I say, the Sun's Day, January 5th, 2025, and I am currently beginning this recording at 4:33 p.m. and this session will be a mini cosmic session to align with today's energy. This session will be a general reading surrounding the current energies regarding love. Before I begin, I would love to give a few reminders when tapping into these sessions. Please keep in mind to only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. These sessions are timeless, so keep in mind that readings can be reflective of past, present, and future timelines. Energy is fluid and change is constant, not permanent. Free will is always an option. Lastly, remember that these sessions consist of sacred, ancient practices that are to be used as guidance tools and utilized for the highest good of intention. Today's session will be reflective of love. This will be general with some specific mentions for further confirmation. And you all could be experiencing transitions with family, relationships, career, and life purpose, growth, and for some, loss. I genuinely feel that 2024 was a challenge at some degree for many. And to those that sailed through and through without any turbulence, more blessings to you. But without further ado, let's get into today's session. So, with today's session, I decided to call it a love session because all of the energies today was reflective of the energy of love, and it was very consistent and fluid throughout this session, which I thought was very beautiful. This person here that presented themselves energetically in this reading, this is someone that has a very caring, loving, comforting, charismatic, and very leading energy. Now, I do want to say, I decided to name the title of this reading, If You Needed to Know, the Clarity and Confirmation That You Seek May Be in This Video. And I'll repeat that again. Today's love session's title is, If You Needed to Know, the Clarity and Confirmation That You Seek May Be in This Video. So if any of that resonates with you, there may be a message or two in here for you. So, with that being said, as I stated throughout this entire session, I felt an energy of love, and that's what this session will be reflective of. So, there is a divine masculine rising to the occasion in this session. They have become open to an opportunity to take action. Their intention is to ultimately defeat a very draining and uncompromising situation that they're facing and actively bringing to an end in order to make a decision regarding a connection. And I'll go ahead and get into more details as to why I summed all of that up in that message there. But this is someone that in the very present moment, and I do want to clarify. I know that I stated in the beginning of this session that a lot of these energies can be reflective of past, future, or even present timelines. So apply them as they fit according to you on your timeline. And with that being said, this is someone that is currently in an energy of feeling very ambitious in regards to their manifestations. This is someone that can come off as very charismatic, and they can be seen as a leader And some people may see this as very forceful in nature, but this is someone that is just simply very intuitive and creative and decisive when it comes to decisions. And speaking of decisions, now I got all of that from the very two first cards that came out, the Page of Pentacles and the King of Wands energy specifically. The Page of Pentacles can talk about tangible 3D realm for me specifically, and it also represents messaging or messengers in the tarot realm. Hence why I said someone has a lot of ambition in regards to doing something tangible, doing something that brings something that they've been manifesting once again into fruition. And with the King of Wands, that just speaks of someone that has a character around being very passionate, charismatic, and very, creative, intuitive, and decisive. And what's at the root of this person wanting to curate such a message and feeling so ambition is not only their passion and their willingness to want to take the lead in this moment. There's a decision that is being made by this energy. The lovers specifically. Now, the lovers, energetically can talk about a number of things, but most importantly for me and throughout this session, it spoke about a decision in regards to a connection. And I felt love specifically because of the energies that continue to be fluid throughout this reading. Now, this is someone that is wanting to, like I said again, send a message, and it's because of their willingness in this moment. They want to make a decision, and I feel like this is all due to something that may have taken place between the both of you in the recent past. And I say that because in the recent past position of this session, the Four of Swords came out. Now, this speaks of air energy. This speaks of the thoughts, and they're sitting sideways. And for me, I feel like you both could have experienced moments of, retreating from each other. You both could have retreated from one another. There currently may be no speaking at this time or in the current energies, or like I said, in the past specifically. But there was an energy around recovery and resting and I think someone was reassessing and reflecting and thinking about things. And the image that I'm looking at right now and that I know to be true in the tarot specifically with the Four of Swords, it speaks of the Four of Swords. It speaks of someone, lying down, resting, recovering, and praying specifically. I feel like this is someone that could have prayed upon a situation. You both could have prayed, and I'll explain more in depth as to why I say both specifically. But I feel like in the most recent past, or during this moment of recovery and retreating between the two of you, someone has come to a moment of wanting to make a decision, and it's being really, it's being really seen in this moment as it coming from a place of genuine love, care, and comfort, and someone just having the willingness essentially. And what it did for this individual in this moment is it allowed them to gain a sense of clarity. I feel like this is a masculine energy that is now seeing someone from a different perspective. And when I say someone, that is you, collective. So someone is seeing you from a higher perspective, a clearer perspective. I feel like this individual has gained a sense of appreciation for you, even, and for the experience as well. I feel like you came into someone's life and you showed them a different side. You could have highlighted some things for them, hence why they felt the need to retreat and recover from maybe possibly even things that were said between you both. Think words could have been exchanged specifically, but someone in the now has gained a lot of clarity, and it's like they have this sense of appreciation for you. you both could have had a moments where, or a lot of moments where there were a lot of joy, a lot of happiness specifically. And it looks like when this person is having this moment of clarity in the near future, this is someone that has gone within and they've really worked on themselves and they've stepped into an energy of the King of Pentacles, someone that has become very secure within themselves. This person could have a lot of wealth, and I don't mean wealth as in material things, I mean as in energetic and spiritual, mental, physical level. This is someone that is very stable. They could be coming from an energy of wanting to be very generous. This is someone that is very much in alignment, but this individual is specifically, what I was picking up on them was that, like I said, once again, they have a very loving energy to them. Although I kept receiving masculine, both King of Wands and King of Pentacles, very much masculine energies. And that's specifically why I said today, throughout this entire session, I kept picking up on a masculine specifically. Although they are very much masculine, they are very in tune with their feminine. This person has a great balance of both, I feel, although it's very dominant and it's very present in this session that they are masculine, but someone is very in tune with their emotions. And in the fears and concerns of this individual specifically, the hanged one wanted to come out in this energy. I feel like this is something that is very major for this person, for it to be a major arcana. Someone has a major fear and concern that this is what I intuitively feel, that they sacrificed or even surrendered, this connection to a certain degree. Someone feels as though they've sat around in self-pity is what I'm receiving in this moment. They've spent a good amount of time in self-pity, and this could have caused this situation between the both of you to be very much stagnant, and they feel like they've sacrificed it. They have fears and concerns around, like, the reasoning behind things no longer moving in this situation. Hence why someone here has taken the time to really recover from a lot of things, I feel. Now, moving further along, I feel that this is someone that could be viewing you specifically as someone that they are very much focused on. And I feel like I received a lot of beautiful energies from how they're seeing you in this very moment. And they see you as the star of what could be lighting the way for them. I feel that this is someone that has a lot of a hope for the two of you in this situation. Someone I feel is not giving into their fears and the concerns that they have specifically. Someone sees this as an opportunity, as a blessing. And as I said earlier in the session, someone even could have been in a position of praying. And this is how they're seeing you, from their perspective specifically. Now, in their hopes and wishes, which is why I mentioned in the beginning of the session that someone here was actively facing a very draining and uncompromising situation that they were working on bringing to an end in order to make a decision regarding this connection, regarding, what they feel like they've sacrificed essentially. This person, in the hopes and wishes of this individual, the 10 of Swords came out. Now, specifically in the deck that I'm using, this card is reflective of uncompromising endings, burdens, and just things that are very heavy in essence. And I didn't really intuitively see it as somebody that was hoping and wishing for things to be adding at an uncompromising end. I feel like this intuitively, to me, what I got from it was that someone is they're hoping and wishing to bring an end to an uncompromising and challenging situation. And this is leading this person to these very moments of, going through the changes, when they were resting and recovering, things could have been a little bit rigid between the both of you. But this led this person to a moment of feeling as though they had the courage, they had the strength even to overcome a situation, as they've gained and they've been embodying a lot of ambition. This person is stepping into a very courageous moment in their life. And I feel that it is very major. And I say that because throughout this session, like I said, the energy was very fluid. We had a total of four major arcanas that came out, and what that said to me intuitively is that this is someone that is definitely in masculine energy. This is definitely someone that is seeking to have stability, and they are very much in stable energy. They're very decisive and they're knowing when it comes to the decisions that they're making. Moving further along, the outcome for this person at this current moment within this reading, at this current moment in time, this person ends with the outcome of the Queen of Pentacles. And what I intuitively got with that is that someone's someone's very intention is to pretty much take the opportunity that's being presented to them divinely to manifest the very new thing that it is that they're wanting. Someone is seeking their equal. Someone is wanting to be stable. Someone is wanting to provide stability, but it must be reciprocity involved between the two. There must be a balance when it comes to the feminine and the masculine in tune with one another. This person wants to have an outcome where they can provide generosity, where they can provide a sense of comfort and security even. And what I found to be very intriguing was there was a match here between a pair here, and that came out more than once. And for those of you that care to go further along with me, I'm going to do an extended reading to dive more into these energies that presented themselves throughout this reading. But for those of you that come to an end, I feel like if you felt intuitively that there was someone that could be in your energy still, you could still feel them. You could feel an energy around someone stepping into this energy of making a decision or even manifesting, right? For the intuitive ones, you know when someone is pulling at your energy, and not even necessarily consciously, or maybe even subconsciously, they could be pulling at your energy. These are some things you may place into the back of your mind at the time, but that's one of the reasons why I created this reading, or I felt guided to even do a reading, because I felt intuitively that someone may have wanted to know. And the clarity and the confirmation that you may seek, it just might be in this video. So if you've been feeling these energies around someone seeing you even from a star perspective, seeing you with hope, and feeling that you are a blessing to their life, and you were essentially a blessing to their lives, because like I said, someone is seeing you with full clarity, the sun, at this time, and that is with appreciation, joy. They feel like you brought a lot of success and reward to their life, and I genuinely feel like you really made this person happy on an emotional level. Like your energy was very fulfilling. So like I said, I'm going to be very responsible in how I close out my sessions. And in the extended, I will possibly pull out another just for confirmation. But if this is where we do depart, I'm going to go ahead and give a Moonology Oracle. I love this deck. This deck is very beautiful. And I may tag down below in the description box the link to this deck if you are to being guided at this moment to go on such an esoteric, sacred journey. But without further ado, the oracle that wanted to come out to close out for any advice or just intuitive advice and messages or confirmation that you, or guidance essentially, that you may need after receiving this reading, the Yang Moon, representing strength in this deck, wanted to come out for you. So I'm going to read this to you. Alrighty. So here I go. This card calls for you to draw upon your inner resources. It's time for you to step into your power. If someone or something has been making you feel less than, consider the possibility that this is actually a soul challenge to you from the universe, designed to urge you to believe in yourself more. It's your time to shine. You have everything you need to achieve your goals, but you need to show the universe your resilience and strength. Now is the time for you to move out of the shadows and into the light. There is nothing to be gained from cowering in the shadows at this time. False humility won't get you anywhere. Don't sell yourself short, and don't even try to convince yourself that you don't have what it takes. You really do. The first step now is to think about all those times in your past when you got through big challenges. Doing that made you the person you are today. And you have all the resources you need to keep going. Additional meanings for this card. Don't be a wildflower. Go first. Transformation is possible now. Be bold. Make the first move. More about this symbol. The yang in the yin/yang symbol can be seen to represent the masculine energies in all of us versus the yin, which represents the feminine energies. Wow. So this is just further confirmation for those of you that needed it throughout this reading. And you may have thought, well, maybe this is reflective of me and I may be one-sided in this reading. But actually, intuitively, I may go over this in the extended. Like I said, if you care to join me there, I will tap into that more as to what I received as well intuitively. But most predominantly throughout this reading, I was picking up on a masculine energy, and feminine energy was present here, but present to the extent that this is someone that was in tune with both their masculine and their feminine. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close out this reading. And I do want to mention, I told myself that throughout these sessions, as I just began this journey, and I've been intuitively guided divinely to start, and I've been on this sacred journey for some time now, but throughout esoteric sessions, especially at the ending of such readings, if I channel certain songs or colors or significant synchronicities, signs, or dominant influences, I would also like to mention them. And I'm going to go ahead and mention them in this session. So for songs, I really didn't intuitively get songs that kept repeating throughout this reading, but when it comes to color significance, the color pink was really dominant throughout this reading, along with the color blue. And pink for me associates to love, blue more so the mind, the mental, and I feel that it had to do with communication. And one of the first cards that came out in this session was an energetic card in the tarot deck that represents a message. So I feel like blue was very significant here as well. Now, when it comes to synchronistic signs, the number that stood out to me throughout this reading was 222. You could be seeing 222. This could also be another confirmation for you. The number 4 also stood out. The number 10, which also stood out as well, and the number 33. So if any of those numbers resonate with you at this time, this message may align with you. And for dominant influences, fire and air placements, specifically Gemini, Pisces, Leo, and Aquarius. I left out water placements for Pisces, but those were the most predominant energies that wanted to show themselves. But once again, if you do receive this message and it resonates with you, please support by liking, commenting, and sharing. And you can join the extended session with the information linked down below. Once again, gratitude for joining and supporting me on this esoteric journey. Peace.